Hello and welcome back to Tech Support Monday. Today we're taking a deeper look at something a lot of people use every day, but still makes a lot of us nervous. Digital payment apps. You've probably seen the names everywhere. Zelle, Venmo, and Cash App. These tools are great for splitting a lunch bill with a friend or sending a quick birthday gift to a grandkid. But because this money moves in the blink of an eye, it's important to understand exactly how they work. My goal today isn't to scare you away from these tools, I want to empower you to use them confidently. We're going to slow things down, break down the different apps available, and give you a practical steps on how to keep your money exactly where it belongs and where you want it to go. Let's get started. Now you might be wondering, which app should I actually be using? There are a few major players. Venmo and Cash App are what we call standalone apps. You download them to your phone and they act like separate digital wallets where your money can sit and you choose to move it to your bank account. Then there's PayPal, which is one of the oldest and most trusted ways to pay for things online, but it also lets you send money to friends just like the others. Here's something many people don't realize. Zelle is actually built right into most major banking apps like Chase, Bank of America, or Wells Fargo. You don't even have to download a separate app if your bank already supports it. When you use Zelle through the bank, you're sending your money directly from your account to theirs. Other apps like Apple Pay or Google Pay work a little differently. They tether your existing credit or debit cards to your phone so you can pay at a store just by tapping your device. The most important thing to remember is that no matter which app you pick, they all serve the same main purpose: moving money instantly without needing to write a check or find an ATM. Before you hit that send button, there is one golden rule you must always remember. Treat every digital payment exactly like handing someone a physical $20 bill. In the old days, if you wrote a check and made a mistake, you could call up the bank and stop the payment. But with apps like Zelle and Venmo, that money leaves your account in seconds. Because these are authorized instant transfers, most banks cannot help you get the money back if you send it to the wrong person. At the point of no return, if you accidentally sent $50 to the wrong John Smith, that money is usually gone for good. That's why I always recommend a simple double check tip. Before you send a large amount of money, send just $1 first. Once your friend confirms they received that single dollar, you know you have the right person and can safely send the rest. It only takes an extra minute, but it can save you a lot of headache and money. Scammers love to use fear and urgency to trick people into sending money. One common trick is the overpayment scam. This is when a stranger sends you money by mistake and then asks you to send it back as a new payment. Here's the secret. The original money was likely sent from a stolen account or fake check that will eventually bounce. If you send them a replacement money from your own pocket, you'll be out of the cash when the bank reverses the first transaction. Another red flag is the account upgrade scam. If you are selling something online and the buyer claims you need to pay a fee to upgrade to a business account to receive their payment or for shipping fees or something similar, stop immediately. Zelle, Venmo, and Cash App will never ask you to pay a fee to upgrade your account just to receive money. If it feels like you're being rushed or pressured, that is almost always a sign of a scam. You wouldn't leave your front door unlocked, and your payment app should be no different. The best way to protect your money is to turn on two-factor authentication. This sounds technical, but it's actually very simple. It just means the app will send a special code to your phone that you have to enter before you can log in. On Cash App, you can go to your profile, select security, and turn on security lock. This makes it so the app requires your fingerprint, face scan, or a PIN before any payment can be sent. On Venmo, you can do the same under settings and Face ID and PIN. Taking these 60 seconds to add a second lock to your account makes it much harder for a hacker to ever get your funds. And most banking apps offer similar biometric and PIN pattern recognition. This is one of the most important tips I can give you. Real tech support from Zelle, Venmo, or your bank will never call, text, or email you out of the blue to ask you your password or a verification code. Scammers often pretend to be fraud support and tell you there is a problem with your account that only can be fixed if you give them a code that sends to your phone. Once you give them the code, they can take over your account and move your money instantly. If you ever get a call like this, just hang up. If you are genuinely worried about your account, find the official phone number on the back of your bank card or the app's official website and call them yourself. Never use a phone number provided in a suspicious text or email. Now that we've locked the doors and learned how to spot the bad guys, let's talk about how to use these apps smoothly in your day-to-day life. One hidden tip that many people miss involves your privacy settings, especially on apps like Venmo. By default, Venmo often makes your transaction history public, meaning a stranger can see that you paid your neighbor for lawn mowing or your friend for dinner. I recommend going into your app settings and changing your default privacy settings to private. This way, only you and the person you're paying can see the transaction. Another great habit is to set up instant notifications for every payment. This ensures that every time a single penny leaves your account, your phone will buzz with a text or email. If you ever see an alert for a payment that you didn't make, you can catch it and call the bank immediately. Finally, keep your apps updated. I know those update available messages can be annoying, but those updates are like digital armor. They fix holes that the hackers can use to get in. Keeping your apps current is one of the simple ways to stay protected. Great question, Martha. PayPal is actually one of the oldest and most trusted names in the business. It works very similarly to Venmo. In fact, PayPal actually owns Venmo. It is very safe, especially for buying things online, because they offer purchase protection. For your birthday gift, just make sure you use a strong password. And it's a perfectly fine way to receive that gift from your daughter. I love your caution, Harvey. That is exactly the kind of awareness we talk about. However, in this specific case, it's actually a legal requirement. Federal law requires that these apps to verify who you are to prevent money laundering. If you download the official app from the App Store, like the real Zelle or Cash App, asking for that info is standard practice. Just always make sure that you are in the official app before typing it in. That's a very common fear, B. The best way to prevent this is to set up a security lock within the app settings. You can make it so that the app requires your fingerprint, a face scan, or even a special PIN code every single time it opens. Even if someone gets past your phone's main lock screen, they still won't be able to get to your money apps without that second layer of security. Good news, Franklin. You likely don't need to install anything new. If your bank supports Zelle, it's usually tucked right inside the banking app you already use to check your balance. Look for a button that says send money or transfer inside your bank's app, and you'll likely find Zelle waiting there for you. No extra downloads required. Elena, you did exactly the right thing by not clicking. Those links are phishing attempts designed to steal your login info. Even if it looks like a mistake, never click on a link in a text message. Instead, open your app directly and see if any money actually arrived. If it did, don't send it back yourself. Contact the app's official customer support and tell them there was an unauthorized deposit. Let them handle the reversal so your money stays safe. At the end of the day, using payment apps like Zelle, Venmo, and Cash App is all about being a smart and cautious digital user. While these tools are incredibly convenient, they require a bit of extra attention because your money moves so quickly. Remember the simple steps we covered. Only send money to people you know. Always double check the recipient's details and keep your digital deadbolt locked with a strong password and two-factor authentication. Taking these small precautions ensures that you can enjoy the ease of these apps without the stress of losing your hard-earned cash. We want to make sure this information reaches as many people as possible to help them keep our community safe. If this video helped you feel more confident using your digital wallet, please give it a like, leave a comment with any questions you still have, and subscribe so you never miss our weekly tech tips. I'll be looking at all your comments and answer your specific questions in our next Q&A video. For technology that works for you and web design made simple, visit us at 123mapwebsites.com. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.